in Nomad Putter. Thanks for joining on this March Madness morning. Got quite the series for everybody. Muffin, you can definitely handle it. For sure. I'm just off work today, so I figured, you know what? Why not stream some beer league as early as I can? You know, why the heck not? But we've got 3 people already chit-chatting in the chat, so let's just get right into the draft. We've got Piss taking on Dab. Oh no, these teams are on the wrong side. No, they're not. So for Team Piss, we've got Mel, Malachi, Amumu, Jinx, and Rumble. This is a team fight comp if I have ever seen one. Just layering Mel and Rumble abilities over the CC that Malachi and Amumu provide. And then for Team Dab, you know, could be a poke comp. Not sure if it's going to be poke Vars or on hit. They do have a pretty good fighting comp with the Volibear and Kled 1 to go in, and then crowd control also provided by the Vars and the Syndra. I really do like the Emilio pick here as long as he can avoid the Malachi and Amumu ultimates. But you know, that's why we play the game. Because I'm not a great analyst. So instead of me trying to guess who is going to be the best, why not just like play the game instead? Let's see who the better team is and how they make all this happen. I'm just glad that I finally figured out how to make a drafter not look like trash. Well, completely like trash. So let's get into it. Thank you. That was the best that I can do without even having brew. Rumble is scary, but there is a lot of AP. But I still think, you know, you can blow up the major damage dealers coming in from Dab with it. But, you know, Castro, I hope that you had a good stream last night. I appreciate you taking the series. One thing that's, I don't know, for some reason it bothers me and it bugs me is like, neither bot lane is really going for like the lane pressure. Yeah, that's just one thing that I really like to see. Yeah. Well, Castro, I'm just glad that I came in whenever I did to save the day. You know. And I'll let you know that you're muted. I also thought like you were much further into a stream and I didn't know how long it had been muted. I didn't realize the match was just 5 minutes in. Usually whenever I'm muted, people will be like, there's supposed to be talking going on right now. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I mute my mic during the opening sequence because people, like, I don't know. I don't really hear a keyboard clickety-clacketing. Anywho, we've got Muffin Man in the top lane. Random Hero going to be subbing in for 8 p.m. Kumbane in the mid lane, Empirical and Nixu in the bot lane duo. And for the side of Dab, we've got Goat King Beard, Grafuko making their beer league debut. Darganowo, Hungry Hobbit, and Elvanya in the bot lane. Richie, okay. Apparently Muffin Man is the ruler of the Twitch chat. I was gonna say no, but if he says yes, who am I to argue with, you know, someone that's playing Rumble? Yeah, I mean, late night vibes, but also we've got a lot of night owls in the beer league, I feel like. Humanbane trying to use the Mel redirect, but I guess it doesn't work on the W Chuck coming in from Syndra. Muffin Man is the ruler of the Twitch chat. Why am I already getting an at message? Oh, Richie. Gotcha. Alright, ooh, we got the engage going in the bot lane. Random Hero gonna miss his bandage toss onto the Hungry Hobbit. Volibear is in hot pursuit though, gonna track him down. Barrier gonna be popped by the Hungry Hobbit. Random Hero looks to be the first one to fall here. Really unfortunate for the side of Piss. Jinx is getting a little bit excited though. Now very excited. Syndra has entered the realm and Empirical has to use the barrier. Not sure if he's gonna be able to get out of this one alive. Flash going to be committed by Dargan Owo, and that's going to be a double kill going over. Richie, guess what chicken butt? Gotcha. Since you're done with playing Resident Evil games, you know, you could just stream Beer League series as well. I'd be proud of that. I'd be prouder of that. So, you know, just saying. Anywho, Random Hero, he is a one cosplayer. I believe Grafuko might be on the 4-point range, so the jungle Diffie, jungle gap might unfortunately be true in this game. It's looking like it so far. I like it. I like the thought process, Richie. You know, the more casters we get, the more we don't have to hear, the less we have to hear Samurai Jack. Maybe that's what that's how we frame it. And that's mainly just to save his voice. I think he's casted like upper teens for series so far already, and we're only 3 weeks in. Yeah, no, I get it. Your time is more important than the Beer League community. Oh, wow. Mel really can't block like anything that Syndra does other than her ultimate. That's disgusting. You do a lot of commissioner work, I will say. And I think you're also like the commissioner yapper, just to make sure that we're engaging with the community. So, you know, you keep Sawdude and Windstrake on all of them in check. And Castro, we appreciate it. I know that you're busy. You know, you climbed up to Masters previously. You get a pass for not wanting to play that much League outside of Beer League. Now getting some decent poke down on our Darganowo before this dragon fight, which is going to be really important. Muffin Man and the Goat King Beard. Both have their ultimates available. And Nixu doing his best to delay the recall of Grafuko. Random Hero still just sticking around this bot lane. Looking to make a play. Nixu not really close to level 6, unfortunately. Random Hero just needs 1 or 2 more minions, so we are going to have a play down bot. Goat King Beard going to get knocked off his Kled, and never mind. No play bot. But this should be a nice free dragon. Volibear is taking his Krugs on the other half of the map. So, nothing too scary going on. Looks like we are going to have on-hit Varus as well, just noticed that, so not going to be all of the range. But all the hitting will be nice. Random hero, can he get in there with a nice bandage toss? No, because Syndra is a fun champion. Oh, Mel with the flash E. It's going to miss, but she's going to pop the ultimate. Going to help Nixu get into range, and Random hero is going to clean it up. Muffin Man coming down, dropping the equalizer right onto Grafuko. Kled going to be taken down. Great bandage toss coming in by the Amumu. Volibear's going to have to ult into the pit, and Muffin Man. This is why Castro's afraid of you. You're going to flash into a pit and just light a bear on fire. Yogi Bear would not be very proud of you. But, you know, do what you gotta do. Amelia's gonna make it up to the Void Grub pit, but it's gonna be a little bit too late. And Dargon, oh no, is gonna just destroy Random Hero. Didn't even see that play coming. Hey, I mean, honestly, Maokai should probably carry you guys anyway. But like a Fed support, it's not a bad thing. Like, yes, it's probably what the enemy hopes for, but like a strong support is still a strong support. And the more unkillable that Maokai can become, you know, just the more annoying of a frontline that your team has. That's always my thought whenever I secure kills as a support. I mean, it is 100% classic Dave. But, like, even in that fight at the Void Grub Pit, like, he didn't auto-attack the Syndra last. Like, he waited for Random Hero come in and steal it with a bandage toss. So I think he is learning. Trying to be patient. And it's not too bad. Alright, Nixu just keeping the saplings out on the map, making sure Volibear cannot gank. Alright, Mel and Syndra just trading shots, and we are going to get a potential invade from the Volibear. He has been spotted out on division. Humanbane going to throw out an early E just for funsies. Nixu going to completely whiff his ultimate. Not good, Maokai. Not good. But I mean, his ultimate should be up in time for the next dragon, so it's not that big of a deal. Hungry Hobbit doing a great job of keeping up in the CS. Lane definitely does not have as much pressure as Pisco's lane. I mean, Rumble's super duper easy. You know, you just press E, you press Q, then you stand on their face, and then they die. Alright, Nixu. Great W, Q, E, and then down. Please give this kill over to the ATC. I think Ignite, or else Aftershock took that one. I'd assume Ignite. Flash going to be forced out from Goku King Beard. He's going to remount as well. Muffin Man might be in a little bit of trouble, but he's really not. He's got fire already. He's spitting stuff out. He's going to get the solo Bolo up in the top lane. Maokai is sitting at 3-1-3. I mean, he is carrying this game. He is. But, like, Empirical, he needs some money. He needs to buy some Yuntals. Get some arrows going. Hungry Hobbit gonna tank, you know, 200 or 300 minion damage. Oh, I don't hit the report button, I just Alt F4. Alright, Muffin Man, he's down in the area. Flash gonna be committed by Maokai. No equalizer yet available for the Rumble. Maokai ultimate gonna be used. And Hungry Hobbit is keeping that freeze outside of their wave. Varus hitting the ultimate, gonna take down Nixu. All of that shutdown gold going right over to Varus, not once but twice. A third kill going over to Syndra this game, make that her fourth. And a double kill. So double kill Varus, double kill Syndra. If you are a Dab fan, you are pretty darn happy with that result right there. I think that Varus ult hit like 4 members of Piss, and they're probably pissing themselves. So that's the perfect 5 for nothing. Or not 5 for nothing, 4 for nothing, and a dragon. You gotta love it. Did not hit the Rumble. Did not hit the Muffin Man. Alright, we do have a nice little Dusk and Dawn for Death and Bloom Volibear. Varus using another ultimate. Nixu trying to come in to save the day, but instead I think he's just gonna waste an ignite. He should be able to get out of here alive though. Blade of the Ruin King has been completed for the Hobbit. The hungry one. Alright, Muffin Man going after Kled. Not a big fan of little Yordles on lizards. It's fair. It's a weird thing to be against, but I get it. I get it. Muffin Man gonna flash ignite, use the equalizer. He really hates Goat King Beard that much, to where he's gonna use everything that he's got in his pockets. You say my goat, I say my god. This man is evil. Rift Herald gonna be going the way of Dab. And Human Bane might have overstayed his welcome here. He is gonna find a pretty pissed off bear. He's gonna pop the ultimate. But we do have some trees and vines and everything else going down. This could be a great way to take down Dargon Owo, get Jinx a kill at least here. Also gonna be able to get a nice... Nope, she's gonna donate over the crab, I think. Muffin Man is in both leagues. Hungry Hobbit sitting at 4-1-4. Muffin 3-0-1. No, it seems like for the most part, if Dab is gonna do anything, Hungry Hobbit is going to be involved, as will Elvania. Oh, Varus going to take some turret damage right there, right off the bat. He's luckily enough out of range right now to where he won't be taking any damage. And random here, we're going to find out, maybe I don't want to take on this Varus without much assistance. And Hungry Hobbit. Curse the Sap Money gonna be popped, and Human Bane gonna be able to clean up that Darken Varus boy. Now Vanya gonna be forced to flash away. But the chase continues for the Piss Boys. Unfortunately, a soccer ball is enough to stop anything that they'd like to do. Empirical dodging most of those abilities like it's his responsibility in life. Don't drive and watch Beer League. I think you're supposed to be focused on one or the other, and you know, it'd be a shame if you were more focused on driving and not the beer league. But that's just a me take. Muffin Man still going for just the burn damage. He is up 2 levels. He does have a Volibear behind him. Crimson Stick, we are all across North America. Got some people in Maine, New Hampshire, one of the 3, Pennsylvania, Texas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Alaska, California, all over. So as long as your ping is under like 1,000, you're usually pretty good to play. Morzane, I know you haven't played in a while. I know you haven't played in a while. No, so this is a replay from last night. We have way too many teams in our leagues and not enough time to stream all of the games at whenever they're live. So this is just a watch party. Alright, Kled gonna use his ultimate, jump right on into that super fed Maokai. Maokai's gonna pop his ultimate. Varus is gonna pop that Maokai though. Like it's none of his business. Hungry Hobbit gonna get a double kill there. Human Bane doing whatever he can to survive. He's gonna just make it out alive. Rumble doing the Lynch Draco special of never leaving top lane. He will get most of that second tier turret down. Crimson Stick, thanks for joining us today. I mean, we've had people play in our league who have been in Europe, like while the season was going on. But, you know, I just didn't have work today, and it's March Madness, the beginning, so make sure you get your brackets filled out. Only 2 more hours to finalize your brackets. So I'm glad I haven't had, in the past 2 streams, I haven't had to update the swear jar, so that's pretty good. Syndra, moving along, getting some bonus gold, up 500. Hungry Hobbit, I didn't even realize, he's up 2,500 gold over Empirical. Empirical, a lot of us claim that he's one of the better ADCs in the league, and you might be saying, hey, he'd have more gold if Nixu didn't take his kills, but that's just not the case this game. Not too much going on. Baron is up and available. I'd be surprised if either team tried to sneak it from the other's nose, like out from under their nose. It just doesn't seem likely. It doesn't seem like these 2 teams' MOs. And Muffin Man, he's going to meet a big fan in Grafuko. Going to be forced to use his flash. Ultimate coming out from the Volibear. Muffin Man does has Equalizer. He won't be able to... He is going to get it off, but it's not going to be in time. Unfortunately, it won't even clear the wave either, so Go King Beard can push that, get some extra gold, maybe try and break up that 2k gold lead that Muffin Man has over him. And Hungry Hobbit, what are you doing so far out with a flash available? That's what Nixu wants to know, and who gets the kill here? It's going to be donated over the Jinx. She's going to be running as fast as she can right into Syndra's waiting arms. Barrier not going to be enough. Dave's going back in. Mel ultimate. As fair and as balanced as always. Grafuko looking to be taken down, but not without getting random hero first. And Human Bane getting double kill, sitting at 5-1 and 3. Elvania, I don't think you win this fight. You can kind of just back off. Because this turret is going down very quickly, and now Nixu can get right on in there. Get spicy if he wants to. Sorry if I was zoomed out too far. But not really. It's okay. For all those people not working today, and that obviously means that you have so much money, feel free to subscribe to the Beer League. You know, if you're not a big fan of ads or anything like that, if you subscribe, gets rid of those pesky little ads that we run from time to time. Also, it helps. What does it do? Feed my fireball. Consumption. Fuel it. Feed it. Same. Oh, well, Muffin, if you're working, that means that you're making money. And if you're making money, that means that you're going to have money to subscribe to the Beer League with. Thank you. Alrighty. Elvania stepping up a little bit too far. Empirical forced to use his flash, just get away from the Eve of Volibear. Equalizer going down only onto one champion. It's going to be enough though. Grafuko not going to be alive for this dragon take up in 30 seconds. Hungry Hobbit going to be smothered by the random hero. Great engage by Morzane right there. Eating a hot dog at Costco and watching Beer League. That, wow. Like, where and what other league would people be willing to do that? You know? A hot dog at 10 a.m.? Maybe even 9 a.m. depending on where you're located. Alright, Dragon is up and available. Grafuko just respawning right now. I'm not sure he's going to be able to make it there in time. This boy is trying to make as large of a lead as they can, but it's just way too difficult at this moment. Hungry Hobbit, Dragon Owo, pretty large, pretty big damage dealers. And you're going to have to take out both if you're going to want to get that big old Baron. We're saying, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I've only been to Costco 2 or 3 times, I think, in my life. And I've only gotten pizza there. Morzane is the most wise. That's why he's a random hero 86 times over. Alright, bye Richie. Have a fantastic work meeting. I hope it doesn't bore you to death, and I hope it's very impactful in your day. And all that jazz. Thanks for joining. Crimson Stick, if you are still around. Hope you're having a nice morning or night wherever you're located. You could be in Europe. I don't know. I don't want to assume. But since you said since we're streaming this early, I'm assuming you're in the Western Hemisphere. Nice work from home. That's how I typically do it. Empirical going to get jumped on by Grafuko, and you know he was up way too far. Nixu uses Malachi ultimate to round up a few. I'm not really sure what the flash was for, but he used it nonetheless. Baron is up and available. Dab might be looking to go for it without Empirical on the map, but you still have to remember Muffin Man has the equalizer. He's going to be able to put out a lot of damage, especially in a choke point. But instead he's going to try and pick up some health bars. Flash going down because the bear was afraid of a little bit of ignite. East Coast, nice. Same. Oh, people claim it's the East Coast. It's just the Eastern time zone for me. And looks like Dab doesn't really want to just pull the trigger on this Baron take just yet. They're going to see if... Alright. It's going to be a nice little reset coming out for Dab. Piss Boys without Empirical were able to hold him off and delay long enough. Working from home is great. I work from home, but I still have PTO days that I'd take, even though I'm like, okay, I don't do much anyway. So yeah, March Madness enjoyer, and we'll go from here. Average Volibear build. Dusk and Dawn, Black Cleaver, Unending Despair. What more could you ask for? What do I do for work? I am a school counselor. I just work for a cyber school. So it's pretty great. I enjoy what I do. Oh, could you imagine a nice little Infinity Edge coming in from Gafuko? Oh no, alright. Wow, Gafuko goes down. There's no jungler alive for Dab. This could be the Baron take that we were hoping for. Evolution items. Alright. Nixu, don't hit these wards. Why are you hitting these wards? It's just telling the other team how far down Baron is. Dab realizing that they don't have a shot of stopping that Baron take. They're just going to get the waves pushed as much as they can, try and get as much gold as they can. And they are going to push that mid wave, get a tier 2 turret as well. And that was a good call by them. Dragon is spawning in 20 seconds. This is going to be sole point for either team if they can claim it. I'm not questioning the carry. I'm questioning his thought process and decisions. Alright. Random hero might be caught out here. Go King Beard, Hungry Hobbit, all in the area. The carry for Piss Boy is not close enough. Great equalizer to zone off the bot lane from the rest of Dab, but Hungry Hobbit, he's still alive. He's still able to cook. And Alvania gonna pop the ultimate, but it's just to die a little bit later on. Die another day. Flash gonna be committed by Dargon Owo. Jinx gonna be taken down very low. Not sure what the plan is here. We do have power, like Baron empowered recalls. They can be used. A little bit surprised though that no vision was placed on the Dragon Pit by the Piss Boys. Like Varus could be in here taking the dragon. So hopefully we get some kind of vision there or anything to help on out. Humbane trying to be a sneaky shrew. And is actually going to wind up ganking. Ooh, Hungry Hobbit. Oh no. Mel ult along with a super mega death rocket right to the face. That's surely going to do him in. Kled just pushing up in the top side. Does have teleport available. This isn't Dragon Soul though, but it is putting the Piss Boys on soul point. Muffin Man gonna be looking to take a blue away. Grafuko gonna be able to claim it, and again, Muffin Man, big fan of ulting just one person. Vanya gonna go down. Meanwhile, on the top half of the map, Kled's just pushing. He doesn't care what anyone else is doing. He's just gonna push, push, push. You know, he's only down by 800 gold right now. Well, on the bot side of the map, Humbane, Muffin Man pushing as hard as they can. Nixu getting a little bit excited in the mid. He might have stepped up too far as the Syndra ultimate almost took him down. Oh, Super Mega Death Rocket, just not enough to kill Syndra, who's sitting at about 200 HP. Nixu gonna toss a bear right into his ADC's face. Trying to slow him down as much as he can, but the Mel ultimate gonna take him out as well. Volibear gonna get hit. The Varus are just gonna survive. Milio, the ultimate enough to give the heal. So Varus does not perish. Oh boy. Alright, 32 minutes in. 3k gold lead for the Piss Boys. Death and Bloom. For what feels like them being behind, they're doing a great job just moving the map, kind of controlling where the waves are getting pushes, so the Piss Boys can't just run away with this thing. I mean, yeah, he's got Terminus, he's got a Wit's End, he's building a Jack Show right now. So maybe Castro was right, maybe Piss Boys do have too much AP. But we do have a nice little, I forget that item, oh no. Abyssal Mask for the Amumu. So that should be nice. Baron in a minute. Potential Soul in 220. Varus Chains of Corruption. You get redirected. Does a good job of avoiding those though. So 30 seconds till Baron. Piss Boys have all the vision on that side of the map. Blue Trinket did go down, but it's not really going to tell Dab that much. And they're just terrified of even stepping into that top half jungle. Garfuko's going to push the bot lane. This is a very much a Fusro deal. A Fusro move, he's actually going to be caught out, and nothing going to be done right as of yet. So still, the side of Dab has no clue where 4 members of Piss are. They're just walking into darkness. Bear just checking with his E, not really sure what all that he can do. Muffin Man does have teleport available in 5 seconds, so he is going to get that push in the bot side, relieve some pressure there, making sure that gold just doesn't go, you know, nowhere. Potential Ocean Soul up in 30 seconds for PSS. This could be massive. Muffin Man sitting at level 19, highest level in the game, because top laners, they need bonus XP and leveling for some reason. And just as the top half of the map was pretty dark for Dab, the bottom half of the map is now just as scary for the Piss Boys. They do have some spells that they can check with. Graf gonna get hit by the Amumu Bandage Toss. Equalizer not gonna hit too many. Chains of Corruption, good ultimate coming in from Varus, but random hero hitting the Bandage Tosses whenever they count. Doesn't matter if it's level 3. He's hitting them at level 17. He's still gonna go even for these minions. He doesn't care. Muffman, Empirical going for that Ocean Soul. Someone has to, especially if your jungle isn't. Wait, who Muffin Man? The not hit many, as in you or the bandage tosses coming in from random hero. I saw one early on where he might have whiffed. His first game back in months, weeks. You know? And the Piss Boys looking to turn those 2 inhibitor takes into a free Baron. I mean, I don't even understand why ADCs get that 6th item slot. It is what it is. I'm just glad I get upgraded boots for free. Woo. Although the upgraded boots really do come in handy whenever you're running away from people. Or toward. Alright, so let's see. 5 minutes ago, it was a 3K gold lead for the Piss Boys. They added about 6K onto that. I don't have the Jarvan Force 1s. That's the one thing that I'm upset about. They're only in ARAM Mayhem. Up. And the little zapper. Again, the ultimate onto just one Super Mega Death Rocket. 3 ultimates used for the Syndra. Jack Show going to be completed by the Varus. Kled has recalled. Chains of Corruption going to go down, and so is the Volibear. Piss Boys looking to end this one nice and quickly. Elvania going to go down. Stat padding at its finest for the Piss Boys. They're going to let the Hungry Hobbit live and see the destruction that is his team's turret. So, not bueno there for those guys. But Piss Boys making big use of that Baron power play. 3.3k gold advantage with it. Gonna take game number 1. And let's go into game number 2. So I forget who's on which side. I believe that they're swapping sides. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, game number 2. We're gonna get a Nocturne pick for Dab, followed up by a nice Malphite Caitlyn. Pretty early pick for a Malphite, I'd say, especially with only seeing a Nocturne. Dab gonna do the smart thing, take a Silas, being like, yeah, we're gonna obviously play this into Malphite. It's why not just give ourselves our own Malphite? And Xayah would be picked up for the Hungry Hobbit. Along with Rel, Caitlyn in the bot lane. That's an interesting duo. I don't hate it. Then we're going to get Yone, Rakan wrapped up for Dab, and then Swain Vi. So Silas has some really good ults here. I wouldn't say, you know, the ace in the hole is the best one, but I think the 4 other ults could be really nice for him to steal. Like, I'm a big fan of all those that are going to be offered there. Dakota. Dakota doesn't read messages. Sorry, I'm looking at Stout League stuff. Yeah, Silas with Swain ult, with Malphite ult, with Vi ult, like. So Dakota, in the captain's chats yesterday, I sent a message to all captains saying Shyvana will not be available until patch 26.7. But that's okay. That's okay. Don't you worry. No worries, pal. Alright, let me close out of this. So yeah, Death and Bloom. Oh wait, this didn't show. This is supposed to show. There we go. Now it's looking official. Now it's looking like we know what we're doing in the beer league. So I don't know how this game goes. Should be a good one. And as they say in the Jetsons, let the bangers begin. I don't know if that's what they say, but you could imagine. I'd like to imagine that. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. We've got some fun cooked up. It's not a Malphite in the top lane. We've got a Malphite in the jungle for Random Hero. Vi in the top lane for Muffin Man. And I think this might have thrown off Dab just a wee tiny bit. So we're going to get the spice of life that is the Piss Boys and some flex picking.
Minions have spawned.
All three members moving into this one brush. Because why not Rakan? Oh. He's able to scare off the Caitlyn. So here we go. Game number 2 in the best of 3 series. Remember, these games all happened last night. This is not a live gaming. We do... Some of us have jobs and are not able to play this early. Go Kingbeard on the Silas, Grafuko, Nocturne, Dargan, Owo. On the Yone. Avanya taking a lot of damage with that early engage. Hungry Hobbit and Avanya on the Zydracon duo. I mean, you know, whenever you don't want to take the Malphite into the Silas, you throw the Vi there, who's going to be ignited. Oh, Silas didn't use his flash. He could have done something there. Silas is the most awesome champion in the game. Sometimes. For the side of Piss Boys, Muffin Man on the Vi. Random Hero being rock solid on that Malphite. Human Bane doing his best team to Moss on the Swain in the mid. And then Empirical on Caitlyn. Nixu on the Rel. Dargan Owo getting some pretty good damage down. Eyeball going to be used just to delay the Yone from dealing some bonus damage here, but he's still going to get a lot down anyway. Human Bane knowing that there's no ignite on this Yone, making him feel a little bit safer. And even though Avanya was taken down to half health, already back up to essentially full. That's kind of wild. Champ's broken. Both junglers clearing down. Random Hero did go for PTA on the Malphite. Some people would go PTA, others go Electrocute. I just don't play Malphite in the jungle. Muffin Man going for the kill underneath the turret. He's going to use Ignite. He's going to get killed first, though. First blood going over to Silas. So, a little bit unfortunate. Nixu gonna try to knock up Avanya. Will be able to escape that right there. Good hook down. Flash with the cheese wheel. Hungry Hobbit taken down pretty low. Gonna use his own flash. He still does have barrier. Empirical going in. Barrier gonna be popped. Avanya is gonna go down. Yeah, Hungry Hobbit did get a lot of people in that pullback on the feathers. This is going to be really close. Not sure who's going to die here. Random Hero decides to go after the enemy ADC. He's going to die under turret. Oh no, ADC diff, and Grafuko going to clean up Empirical as well. So Dab doing exactly what they need to do. Get the Hungry Hobbit ahead. Also, nice little blue buff on Xayah. Never a bad thing early on. Really useful, in my opinion. Both junglers just going to try to get to level 6 as fast as they can. Grafuko can be sped up in that department with the kill and 2 assists. And Rakan on the map early. Hungry Hobbit saying, like, we're good down here. I've already got, you know, 2 kills. I've got a big freaking sword. I'll be able to 1v2 these guys. You just make sure that our jungler is safe and good to go. Malphite's starting his walk up top, trying to help out the Muffin Man. Vi has her ultimate, gonna use it right now. Silas still too far away from his, and Random Hero gonna secure that kill. Muffin Man, he didn't really want it hard, you know, bad enough. Good morning, Star Hockey. Thanks for joining us. Of course, we've got the early morning cast. Gotta get everyone ready and excited for March Madness. Get into the mood of watching TV all day. For the entire weekend. Oh man, I have to play this weekend? That's unfortunate. I don't know, did anyone fill out a bracket? Can we do that? Anyone a sports ball fan? I am a big fan about how often top lane is just dueling and fighting. Like, this is the kind of CS I usually have as a Silas. Alright, Human Bane gonna pop the ultimate just onto this unsuspecting Nocturne. Still has a claw that he can throw out. Cheese Wheel gonna go down as well, and Rafuko doesn't know that you just don't really get away from a Swain. Especially if you don't have boots. And Vanya gonna be caught out here. Another Cheese Wheel going down. The Ignite is going to be used. Not sure if a flash is up and available. Use Goat King Beard taking the vial. This time Muffin Man's going to flash and he's going to dash. And this is the one that Goat King decides to follow. He used the flash, but the Ignite and the turret shots are way too much for him. Muffin Man with the solo bolo outplay in the top lane. Is finding safety. And that thing that is a turret. Muffin Man really wants this extra plate down. Not sure if he's on item afterward or not. But coming back in the lane, Silas will have the tempo advantage. Could also check out that top lane brush. That's what I would do if I were him. So good job by Muffin Man walking back to the safety of that third bush. Not George W, not George H.W, but Jeb Bush. And he's not actually going to complete that recall. Rafuko is level 6 on the Nocturne. Does have the Paranoia available. And again, Elvania just moving with the jungler, making sure that anything on this top half of the map is theirs. Doomban gonna pop the ultimate from the Swain. Weird looking flash. I was not expecting that. Ultimate gonna be used by Yon as well, trying to catch the Swain out. Paranoia going to go down. No flash on the Swain, so this could be a dead man. Elvania going in with the double dash, the Ignite. Almost taken down, and now Random Hero using the Malphite ultimate. Going to take down Elvania. Going to get a double kill onto Random Hero. This is a banger, everybody. This is exactly why we woke up bright and early for some beer league. Artillery? Battery? I don't know. Something. Words. Ooh, Zeke's Herald going to be completed first for the Malphite. I don't know if he was going to try and get a Malignance or not. For more spamming of those ultimates. Empirical doing a good job of dodging Havanya's skill shots. Muffin Man hasn't completed. I'm guessing he's going for the... He's going for a collector? That's not a collector item. That's a different item. Muffin Man, what's that item that you're building? Is that collector? No, it can't be collector. Like, at first I thought it was going to be the Eclipse. Alright, in walks the random hero. Yone ult, not going to be enough to get him out of safety because he does clip this Swain, and Swain's going to get the kill there. Paranoia going to be dropped on the Swain. Is it the red item? Maybe? I don't know. Muffin Man going to use his ultimate. Ignite's going to be burned down by both. Random hero going to force the flash out of Grafuko. And, don't worry, Muffin Man. We'll get it on this back. Nixu trying to find a little Nocturne. Sleeping at the wheel. Alright, Muffin. It'd be really great if you just ever recalled so I could find out what this item is. Like, I feel like Pyro, if he were to watch this game, he'd be like, your tempo. Tempo. But I don't know. I'm also a serial non-plate taker. Oh, that item. Opportunity. Of course. Opportunity. Well, I mean, you had the opportunity to take the plates, so you got them. And I think you only miss out on very few minions up top. Just 2 minions worth of XPs. That's not all that bad. You've got a nice little 3 level lead over Goat King Beard. I think you can take every single fight that you want. Human Bane is going to be taken down in the mid lane. Yone, Nocturne, Alvania all working together. And this should be an easy dragon for Dab. Muffin Man just gonna proxy the next wave, knowing that he's safe from enemy jungle. Experimental. Oh, deep proxy coming in from the Muffin Man. And I don't know if Yone's respond to it or not. He's not. He's gonna let 1 minion go. And, I don't know where the Muffin Man is going. I'm not really sure what he's doing. So let's pan down to the bot side of the map. Oh, flash ultimate coming down from Alvania. It should be enough to kill the Caitlyn. No, maybe not. Alright, Nocturne able to get her Rel ult. Gonna be used, not gonna be useful enough as 1 kill going over to Hungry Hobbit sitting at 3-0-1. Another going over the Nocturne at 3-1-5. I don't need a spoiler. Muffin Man. Oh, flash ultimate going to be used by random hero. Darganovo going to flash away and then BM. You know, do a little bit of dance. One thing I will note is these two teams don't emote that often. I don't think I've seen any. A little disappointing. I mean, yeah, but now I know that you're going to go for some bonkers plays. No, but I didn't ask for like a trailer, you know. Good dash away from Alvania. Did have a little bit of vision of Muffin Man before going in there. And with the Rift Herald spawning right now, Malphite doesn't have an ultimate, so that's one that Silas is definitely going to want to take if a fight does break out here. Oh, Richie, welcome back. Glad you can make it. Was your meeting useful? Was it helpful? Do you think you were productive? Were you an active participant? If you could go back in time, would you attend that meeting again? Malphite ultimate can be stolen by the Silas. Not sure when it's going to be used. There is a dragon up in 2 minutes, but unfortunately I think it's only 1:45 that you can use the Silas stolen ultimate. Castro, Richie's top laner is some like Fiora one trick or something. And Elvanya's ults with this Rakan has been pretty nice. Not gonna lie, and this Xayah 2 full items is just way too much for this Caitlyn. Caitlyn, this game decided to go for the Collector over Hex Optics. So, it's always a choice. Yeah. Well, I mean, at least it wasn't a useless meeting then, today. Somewhat purposeful. Not too shabby. Alrighty, Dragon up in 18. Yone in the top side just because he has teleport available. And Vi looking for fighting. Has a 2-level lead, but if Yone hits everything and flashes mastery level 7, I think you automatically lose that fight. So Darganowo getting the solo bolo. And there's an instance of Muffin Man losing his mind. Alt. Rel alt stolen by the Silas. It's already going to go down. Paranoia going to drop. Imperial Bolt going to be dead before he can even do anything. The Swain ultimate doing some damage. Not going to be enough to keep him alive, though. He will be able to kill the Silas. Double kill over to Grafuko. And now Muffin Man getting into a spot that he doesn't really want to be in, so he's going to use his ultimate just for fun. Barrier going to be popped by that Hungry Hobbit. Much going on the map. Muffin Man has lost his mind a little bit. Has died twice without much help around him. So the tease, the suspense, the everything that he's got, and could this be another solo bolo for Darganowo? Yes, it is. Swain gonna pop his ultimate, so will Silas. Paranoia gonna be dropped, and Grafuko on line. 6-1 and 7. This is one terrifying nightmare.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I don't know, like, there are 2 tanky members for Piss Boys, but I don't know. It just feels like this Yone and Zaya are way too massive to really do anything against. And that's not even talking about the Nocturne, who's been everywhere this game. Dragon up a minute and a half. This is dragon number 2. If Death and Bloom can grab it, just dragon number 3 puts him on soul point for the Piss Boys. And it's always nice. I mean, I'm a big fan of Cloud Drake. I like moving after ulting. So does Swain a lot. Rel probably does too, as does Rakan. So whichever team can get the soul, they're going to be pretty darn happy. Alright, Vi still going with this fight, always tactic and technique, and clearly it works out against this Sylas. It's been working the whole game. He doesn't really know where the Nocturne is, so it's going to be the first time that he recalls relatively early in a fight. You were very patient. It's very impressive. Dragon up just 35 more seconds. Empirical going to be caught out right now. I really can't believe that Dargon Owo has Mastery 7 connected with his ultimate. Paranoia going to drop. So will Vi. So will just everybody, it seems like, for the Piss Boys. Human Bane able to take a lot of health bars. The Swain ultimate is way too strong. He's able to take down 2 virtually on his own. But this Yone and Nocturne duos, it's just too much for the Piss Boys to deal with at this moment. Oh, Richie, I didn't know that. I thought it was all AI, so I would have thought it was a robot, kind of like Austin Powers. For once, Dargon Owo might be getting caught out. Paranoia going to go down onto Empirical, but really the Piss Boys aren't too worried about that at all. They're worried about killing this Yone. He has been killing everybody, and it's still going to continue. He's going to take down Muffin Man. Random hero able to take down the Yone. Elvania doing whatever she can to deal damage to the Swain, but he's a big tanky boy. Good job by the Sylas, not using the Malphite ult just for fun. And there is the Unstoppable Force taking down Random Hero. This could be a Baron play if Dab wants it, and it looks like they do, in fact, want the Baron. Vanya getting some extra vision down. But I don't think that this boys will be able to steal this, even if there was no vision stopping them from entering this barren pit. Castro told me his least favorite thing to play into Azure Nectin is Teemo. You're welcome. Alright, Baron power play starting off so far. Morzane, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Morzane. It didn't mean to ruin it. You can still type it. You can still type it out. I understand that the Costco hot dog was in your hands. Or do we want a blind pick matchup? Blind draft? Both people? Mirror modes? I don't know if my delivery was any better though. More saying like you probably had a hot dog in hand. I do not. Oh my goodness, the far range paranoia onto Empirical. This Nocturne just doesn't want the enemy ADC to survive or do anything at all. Elvania with a great ultimate keeping him alive, but Jargon, oh whoa. Yone, the ult is gonna deal so much damage, especially whenever everyone is grouped up. Yeah, 9-3-7 for the Yone, 10, 1, and 12 for the Xayah. This is gonna be a problem for your Piss Boys. Because honestly, I don't think there's any way that you can stop this comp of, hey, we're just gonna dive Empirical. We're not gonna let him play. So, hey, Richie, as commissioner, I think if finals goes to like game number 5, I think we should just do blind pick. I think that'd be fine. So blind pick game 5. Yeah, I think they did. Way back when. Exactly. And now, and because we don't have blind pick for game 5s, we don't have that ability to say, Richie, what was that? You know? Alright, Dragon gonna be started up by the Piss Boys. They do have the whole top half covered, but Elvania is coming in with the quickness, able to make everyone want to dance. Paranoia up and available. Oh no, the Unstoppable Force is here for Silas to cosplay as Malphite, and he's gonna do it. And just the damage coming out from Piss Boys, not nearly enough. This Dab team, they're bringing the death, they're bringing the boom. And they're not even really worried about Empirical. He's still gonna fall. Xayah is massive. And Muffin Man chasing down Elvania. I think he was goaded into it, maybe, not really sure. And we are gonna have a pentakill. My goodness, a pentakill for the Hungry Hobbit. Rookie, no, not a rookie in the Beer League, but rookie to the Light League. Definitely taking it by storm. One of the, probably the best ADC in the Light League. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for game number 3. I was not prepared for this because I need a snack. Luckily, these two teams have graced us with keeping the same sides. So I am a big fan of that. Well, Empirical was, but if you can get a pentakill and Zaya against Empirical squad, you know, why not? Oh, that is true. Well, no, but he uses AI to work on the site, you know, like anyone could do that. Jesus could do that if he wanted to. Anywho, game number 3, Death and Bloom, taken on the Piss Boys. We've got a Kaisa Leona bot lane, I'm going to assume. Driving in the jungle should be Galio up top. Could be Galio mid in case Smolder just wants to spam his abilities on that melee top laner that I'm going to assume, since I know Muffin Man, it could be a Sejuani. But I'm not sure how comfortable Random Hero is on the Dr. Mundo. Kog'Maw Poppy bot lane for sure. And Vigar in the mid. Trying to baby cage the Kaisa. Kaisa also can't use her Killer Instinct. I think that's her ultimate. Through the Vigar cage. Done it once or twice or 3 times. So yeah. I kind of like the Vigar into this comp though, especially with there being 4 people that are very short ranged. 3 of them being melee. So let's get into game number 3. Killer Instinct, I've never played it. All I know is Metroid Prime, and that's about it. Metroid Prime probably seems like the same thing. Oh, there you go, Richie. Look what you started. People talking about the past. Why would you do such a thing? Alright. Matchup game number 3 in the best of 3 series. Go King Beard playing a Smolder in the top lane like a true degenerate into Muffin Man's also degenerate Shyvana. Hernandez, welcome in. Hope you're enjoying your break period, your planning period, your prep period. Hopefully you're filling out your final bracket in time for March Madness. Grafuko in the jungle as Jarvan. Jargon Owo, the Galio, great champions to follow up for in the Leona, in the Jarvan, potentially even in the Kaisa as well. And then we got the Leona Kaisa bot lane, Muffin Man, like I said, Degen Syndra player. Random Hero on that Dr. Mundo. Hoping to get as many Heartsteel procs as he can later on. Human Bane. Vigar in the mid. I like the first strike. Should be able to get it down. Vanya on Leona. Not always seen. But I mean, you know, she did play Rakan last game. It's not afraid of engages. And Empirical on a Kog'Maw. Kind of interesting that they didn't pair it with more of an Enchanter support. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, Morzane. It's wild how quickly camps spawn. Too many early spawning camps. And no offense, Go King Beard, but Smolder top, yeah, you're not gonna get the love this game from the Beer League chat. Taunt's gonna come down, so is the Baby Cage, so free AP right there for Human Bane. Oh no, it is a really good pick. Like, if you are in a lane where you can just spam your Q and W on the enemy laner, like, why not do it? It's free stacks. Already sitting at 14. Not too shabby. And I don't think, like, Mundo's, you know, gonna scare him too much till later on. the jungle smite fight over that crab. Random hero is going to get it, and he also does have some reinforcements. So if he plays this slowly enough, he'll be able to do it. But Nixu, let your ADC get extra gold. Be a nice support. Support him. Help him out. Sorry, Nixu. There was just time where I played ADC and I was very greedy, where I wanted every single ward kill. So now I'm like, ADC deserves it. And Muffin Man playing on the edge right now. Calling for a hero. He needs a hero. And the hero's gonna come, pop his ghost up top lane. Smolder's also gonna use his ghost. I know you guys can't see it right now, so I'm gonna call it as best as I can. Smolder taken down to about 300 HP. Gonna make it out alive. Ghost was used by both jungle and top lane. Exactly. Alright, Leona's going in. Hungry Hobbit. Getting really good damage down onto Empirical. Very late exhaust going down onto that Kai'Sa. And, I don't know, lots of battling all over the rift. But no kills to show for it just yet. I do like the setup of Empirical being like slightly ahead of the Poppy, just for in case Leona does dash in, Poppy can use the W and really mess it up before it even gets started. But with the bot lane of Piss being so low, it's going to be a free dragon for Dab. Or it should be a free dragon. You never know what Mundo's going to be doing. Alright, he realizes bot lane cannot fight. Good call there to just go right for Mr. Gromp. Alright, Muffin Man going in, gonna actually use the flash. Flash gets taken out of the wheelhouse from the Smolder. Solo Bolo going down, even with Mom being called. Muffin Man. Oh, with the Silas thumbs down. You'll love to see it. Do you know Muffin Man? Hero, or no, sorry, Human Bane just trying to trap up. Oh no, I missed. No, I didn't miss a kill. Okay. Could have been bad. Go King Beard getting some good damage down on to Sejuani. Oh my goodness. All 4 members of Dab up in this top lane. What in the world? Why do they hate Muffin Man so much? I've never seen that many people in a beer league game move that far north so early. Piss Boys are on some vision though. They don't know it's Smite. Gonna be used early by Jarvan. He does have a second in the chamber though. Gonna be up in about 10 more seconds. I mean, maybe they just prefer cupcakes, I guess. Man used his ultimate. I think it does. No, he doesn't use his ultimate just yet. Mom is going to be called. Elvania going to be taken down pretty low. Goat King Beard has to pop the ghost. Not able to get away. Human Bane presses the outplay button. And Muffin Man going to clean up a little bit there.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
There we go. Dargon Owo trying to get some damage down onto Human Bane. Human Bane gonna use his Dark Matter and his Q Chuck. I don't know the actual name of it. But I kind of like Q Chuck. It sounds pretty good. Nixu, both supports sitting at just level 5. I do like the roaming from both of them. Both are also just a few minions away from hitting level 6, so we could have some fighting in the bot side. Dargon Owo getting ready, so he's already roaming down. He's ready to use his ult if it's needed. Nixu gonna go in first. Even with the vision of the Galio. Jarvan's also in the area, so this could turn into a very spicy 2v2, and that's exactly what the Piss Boys are going to hope for. They love this sugar and spice and everything nice, especially it means a dead Galio is going to be on the menu. Flash is going to be used out by the Galio. Nixu can get a nice 2-man knockup with his ultimate. Avanya is going to be forced to flash away, and Piss Boys, they don't get the crab, but you know what? They get a Jarvan, they get a Galio Flash, and this could be a dragon as well. Although the Hex Dragon, the AoE damage is pretty nice whenever it pops on out. Muffin Man, Dusk Dawn is complete. Flash can be used by the Smolder, and he's just not in a great location at all. He's got to be telling his team, hey, I need some help up here. Not having fun. Maybe we lane swap, but I just need some help. Smolder sitting at 76 dex. Viger at 122 free AP. Oh, Mom gonna get called in. And the Glacial Prism was already used. Ignite going down. And if you thought this was going to be an easy lane for Goat King Beard, you've obviously never played with this Muffin Man. Flash, Cataclysm, is that what the name of it? And then the ult coming in from Dargon Owo as well, just to finish some things off. Also, Ignite can be used by Galio, so we can't really do anything down bot. Great repel coming in from Nixu. Morning to everyone joining us in the chat. Game number 3 between these two light squads. Well, yes, the Titans. By these two Titans. Is that better? I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that word. Piss Boys out to a pretty big lead already. Up 7-1. Most of that gold is mid and top lane. And Muffin Man doesn't even let Smolder like bring his mom into the fight. Kind of rude, but this is exactly why they picked Sejuani for him. Into that Smolder. Random Hero has completed his Heartsteel, so he's going to be ready to walk around and just bonk people. It's going to be his only goal for this game, and he's got a few good people, a few good bonking targets. So we should be able to stack it up relatively quickly. And Muffin Man, he's going to show how unafraid of a turret is. He's just going to take shots just for fun. He's like, I'm going to be like Seaman Moss and just take a shot right here, you know? And he did it. He did it. Oh, Justice Punch going forward. Cataclysm not up and available for Jarvan just yet. Moon just walking in. Really wants to just bonk somebody, I feel like. Or maybe I'm just really wanting him to bonk someone just to hear that sweet, sweet sound of Heartsteel proc. And I'm going to be honest with everyone, going into this game, I did not expect a Sejuani CS lead of 25 plus 30 at 15 minutes. It's kind of a whole heck of a lot. I also wasn't expecting this first item, but Muffin Man, you're going to be taken down right now early. Oh, great Cataclysm to catch him out. Vanya again with the roams. Support roam timers are OP. And Piss Boy's a little bit too slow to understand that Muffin Man is always going to be the target. Great knockaway by Nixiu. Keep his team alive. Good flash as well. Preemptive flash coming through. Do have a nice little ADC fighting action once in our lives. Exhaust gonna go down by a Hungry Hobbit, and Empirical is just gonna flash right on in. He doesn't care about the killer instinct coming in from Kaisa. He's got his barrier of his own. He's gonna use it Smolder, TPing down bot. He's surely gonna be able to kill this little caterpillar bug thingy that is Empirical. Chadios, welcome in. Dude, this Sejuani has been crushing it this whole time. Dusk and Dawn Sedge. Some people thought it was just a meme, but really it is the dream. Mundo using his W just for fun. Both ADCs are back out on the map. Empirical doesn't have any flashes. He doesn't have any summoner spells that he can use in this fight. So I don't know, it's about who can take down the other carry. Dude, more saying, I want you to bonk, but you're not bonking. You're not booping. Alright, I have to zoom out even more just because of how I'm just gonna go manual cam for right now. Piss Boy starting up the Infernal Drake. This is going to be their second of the game, and it is going to go their way. Here we go. We're going to get some bonks called in. Mom is going to be called as well. Kais is going to die on. Nope. Hungry Hobbit going to survive. Poppy's actually going to go down. Hungry Hobbit will now die. We've got one bonk in for the Mundo. And Dargon Owo going to provide another bonk as well. Avanya going in. Trying to take down Empirical, just trying to delay something, allowing Goat King Beard to survive. We've got two official bonks from Dr. Bonko. Why does Richie always ignore you? I think he's just jealous. just jealous. That's the only way to explain it. Alright. Random hero doing his best, driving right into a wall. And you know what? He's like, I'm gonna drive right into another turret just for fun. And I'm gonna knock up Hungry Hobbit while I do it. Richie, clearly dab was to you. Clearly. And don't blame work. You don't have to work. This is America. Jadius, I'm sorry that you feel like a commissioner is not, you know, communicating with you as much as you would like. I'm part of all commissioners. I am sorry for Richie's actions. Alright, Nixu going in for a fight. He's going to leave his ADC all alone, and everything is going to be spent on killing Empirical off. Human going to get a nice little solo bolo in the bot lane. And Mom is going to be called to finish off Nixu, but it's not going to be enough. Still going to survive with how much HP? Let me click on this small champion. 79. Probably at 69 at one point. That's pretty nice. Galio going to get out and recall. And Muffin Man on a mission. Not sure what that mission is. He does have Empirical. He has Random Hero. Sorry, Human Bane. Random Hero behind him. Well, Muffman's already saying GG's. Richie's saying it's over. Richie's saying there's no chance that Piss Boys can win this one. The Zeke's doesn't give ultimate haste, does it? Wow, it does. I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. Alright. Random Hero, I'm sorry for talking about. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't do Malignant's last game. That's why. That is why. That explains it. Gotta start building that on Malachi now. Preemptive W using by Poppy. Oh, Leona's going pretty deep. Dragon up in a minute, so we don't really want to lose any fights here. Maybe don't want to use the Summoner spell unless you really, really have to. Oh, Leona gonna get stunned up in that baby cage. The Primordial Burst not gonna be enough, and Mundo just walking in, gonna get a kill. No bonk there. And Dargan Owo just gonna get obliterated on the other side. Muffin Man's Glacial Prism gonna go a little bit wide, but you know what? That's okay. Or maybe it's not. Oh, Dark Matter. Whatever it is that just fell from the sky. Triple kill going over to Human Bane. That tiny Magician of Evil, 509 AP, looking pretty good. Also, how much has he done with First Strike? Okay, 582 damage, 400 bonus gold just for hitting people with abilities. We've got probably the two fastest takers. We have a Sejuani and a Poppy, but neither of them are playing jungle. So this is a nice little slow burn for this Inferno Drake. This is going to be Dragon number 3 for the Piss Boys. Sota. Piss Boys jumping up to a 9K gold lead. It took them 15 minutes longer last game. Or no, that was for Dab to get that large of a lead last game. I can't remember. Maybe that was game 1. Anywho, this is game 3. Piss Boys want to get all on the line tonight. They don't want to go down to 1 and 2. Dab really doesn't want to either. And this could be a pretty ballsy Baron take. I'm not going to go for it just yet. Smolder sitting at 175 stacks, still pretty far behind of where he wants to be. Needs to have, what, 50 more stacks to be a super mega scary champion, especially in these team fights. And teleport coming in from Muffin Man. It is going to go a little bit wide. Ultimate going to be used by the Galio to get in there. Human coming late on the Vigar. Mom's going to be called, not going to be able to finish anybody off. Human going to go legendary. Muffin Man's going to kill Leona. Somehow Random Hero is still surviving throughout all of this. Mundo is a silly, silly champion. Goat King Beard going to be forced to use his flash. And this should be an easy Baron call for the Piss Boys. Goat King Beard going to fall again. Kaisa is the only one to make it out alive. Human 809, terrifying on this Vigar. Random Hero 1 and 12 on the Mundo. Just, you know, being 1 and 12, sorry. Being in all the right spots. 715 for Empirical. Just everyone. Muffin Man, I've shouted you out enough. Nixiu doing a great job of surviving, making plays around the map. Making sure that his team has enough crowd control. Hey, Morzane, I think that all checks out. That all checks out. We need to play without our Fiddlesticks one-trick pony. You know, I'm sure Dab didn't really know what to play against you. There's not that much information. So sometimes, you know, if your team doesn't know what they're going to be doing, how's the other team supposed to know what you're going to be doing? Ooh, Ghost can be used by the Goat. Smolder's still going to go down. Mom getting called in not quickly enough. And Muffin Man should just be able to push in this top lane turret without any real danger. Jarvan is coming over, but like there's nothing that he can do. Muffin Man is just 3 levels up on him. Full item ahead. I mean, the people that play Sejuani as an assassin, probably similar to those that play Ziggs as an assassin. Just the worst kind of people. What can I say? Dragon, Infernal Soul, coming up in just 1 minute for the Piss Boys. So, Dab just doing whatever they can do to hold on. It's not looking good, not very fun. Being down by 14k at 27 minutes in is really difficult, especially whenever it's all of the carries for the other team that have the lead. It's not a good time. And the baby cage doing the work, keeping the Galio from fighting. And these autos from Humanbane to this inhibitor. Absolutely ridiculous. 18 seconds for the soul. Supposed to be able to get an inhibitor. Humanbane walking, not the safest route, but he's still going to be walking. And this boys might just walk this one home. Oh no, Smolder getting caught in the baby cage. He's going to get knocked right out. And I think Humanbane played the outplay button. This baby cage is doing wonders. So Piss Boys don't even care about the Infernal Soul. They just care about the W. They just care about moving 2-1. And as soon as I say that, they all reset because they do care about this Infernal Drake. My goodness gracious. Alright, I need an AP check. 976 AP for Vygar. I think with Infernal Soul they do get increased. Void Seeker gonna go wide. Graphico can get in the air, but it's not gonna be enough. And 1036 AP for Vygar. Not too shabby. So as a team, they should just all march it down. Mid lane, bot lane, whatever lane you want. Yeah, Muffin Man really hating on the Smolder. Smolder only sitting at 206 stacks. Hasn't really been able to do anything this game. Beer League Road Trip. If we had a Beer League LAN series, that'd be pretty interesting. Alright, this should be the final fight of the game, but there is no top lane for Dab. Good engage by the Jarvan, but unfortunately the money isn't there. That was the weirdest looking Glacial Prism coming in from Sejuani ever. It looks like it curved the bullet, and Kaisa is going to be following Pat Sen all the way from the Piss Boys, and Piss Boys are going to take this series 2-1. Nicely done to them. Thank you all for joining me on this early morning Beer League cast. Have an amazing day. Let me triple check if there are any matches later. What is today? Thursday? No matches today. So watch some basketball. Brackets are due in 40 minutes. Get them in. And enjoy your Thursday, everyone. Goodbye.